Who's ready to make their bodies feel absolutely fantastic? Chris Ryan Fitness fam. Today, I have a 15-minute stretch class for us that'll work our bodies from head to toe in the best way possible. So let's start out with a big ol' inhale through your nose. Nice, relaxed exhale out through your nose as well right there. Okay, let's get right on after. You're going to go wide feet with the palms facing on up. So you're going to take your feet out nice and wide, almost as wide as you can. Toes turn on out about 30 degrees, give or take. Turn those palms facing on up towards the ceiling and pull the thumbs out behind you as far as you can. You got to think about pushing your hips forward so you get that external rotation right here through your hips so you feel the hip flexors. Leaning on back as much as you can. Oh, yeah, there we go. Love it. Look at this class already popping on through. There we go, everybody. Oh, amazing, amazing work. Pull the back with the thumbs as far as possible. Look on up a little bit higher now towards the ceiling as far out in front of you as you can. So you're really leaning up, out, and back for 3, for 2, and 1. Keep your feet exactly where they're at. This time you're just going to roll forward. Roll your hands down and in now. And you're going to grab the ground with those fingertips, right? You're going to pull your torso up and underneath those hips and looking to the back of the room right now. So you feel a stretch of the lumbar spine. Just easy breathing through the nose. Feel free to shut your eyes if it feels like it relaxes you a little bit more. Press through those heels hard, not so much through the toes, but more through the heels. Just dangle on down, letting your shoulders drop heavy and relax towards the ground. And every exhale that you can do, if you can, just walk the fingertips behind your heels a little bit further to the back of the room. There we go. Get nice and inverted right here. Get nice and stretched on out. And let's go ahead and pop it on up, everybody, and take it down on the ground. We're going to come down into a seated hip hug stretch now. So you're going to come on down on your booty. Take that left leg out straight out in front of you. Keep that knee nice and straight, but relax. You're not trying to flex that knee. Take that right leg on in. Hug it on in as much as you can. So that right heel is going to be off the ground. You're just going to hug it, that hip on in as much as possible with that big old bicep shin grab right here. And you're going to lean a little over towards that left side. So you're going to lean back and then favor that left side a little bit without falling over, right? So you feel a nice deep stretch right over here in that piriformis region, right there in that right hip. Just follow that breathing pattern, slow and controlled, inhaling through your nose, exhaling out through your nose. Just smooth, controlled pattern with that breath cycle. Easy breathing and feel that release in that hip on that right side as much as you can. For 2 and 1. Great work right there, everybody. Go ahead and take that right foot out. Now take that left foot on in. Same rules apply right here. Big hip hug stretch all the way through. There we go. Got a great class here today. Kirchi, Nama, Nora, Casey, Thetis. Oh, yeah. Kaisa, amazing, amazing work. I'm sure I'm forgetting a few. Populating up there at the top side. There we go, everybody. Leaning up, out, and back, and then favoring that right side a little bit. Absolutely amazing, amazing work. Inhaling through your nose. Smooth, controlled exhale out through your nose. There you go. Just follow that breathing pattern. Nice, smooth, controlled all the way through for 2 and 1. Knee hug with rotation. So what you're going to do right here, you're going to come over on your left side, right? So you're coming on the ground just ever so slightly. Take that right foot up over the top side. So now you're going to take out that right hand. You're going to drop that left hand on top of the outer edge of that right knee. The instep of your right foot will come on the instep of your left knee. You're going to just pull down ever so slightly, driving that that right knee towards the ground. Keeping your eyes straight up towards the ceiling and that right hand reaching all the way out to the side of your body, palm facing down towards the ground, using the top left hand on top of that right knee just as a little counterbalance weight, right? So you're just trying to inhale through your nose, smooth, controlled exhale out through your mouth, feeling the hips open up through that lumbar spine. Your chest should be pointed up towards the ceiling. Your eyes are straight up towards the ceiling. Head is resting on the ground. You're just rotating through those hips. Down, easy with that right knee. For 3, for 2, and 1. All righty. Well, that's feeling pretty good with those hips. Take that left hand all the way out, straight out to the side. Take that right hand up over top side of that left knee now. And now you're just going to drive it over ever so slightly, keeping your shoulders square on the ground, your chest pointed straight up towards the ceiling, just using that counterbalance weight of that right hand down on the top outer edge of that left knee. Just feel those hips rotate all the way on through, but actively try to reach the fingers as far away from your body on that left hand. There you go. Feeling that stretch. Feel free once again to shut your eyes if it feels like it relaxes you a little bit more. No movement needed in your body right here. Just that easy, breezy breath cycle in through the nose, out through the nose. Smooth and controlled. Relaxed as much as you can. Feel the hips open right on up. There we go. Hold that stretch for about 10, 15 more seconds. Follow that breath cycle for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and shake it on out. All right, everybody. Now, the hips are nice and loose, right? Got the lumbar spine woken on up. So now you're going to do a 90-90 stretch. You're going to take that left leg forward first, that right leg back and down behind you. Flex the toes in towards your shin. So the 90-90 setup in 90-90 angles with the ankle, knee, and hip. Your left leg is going to start out forward, and then same thing on that back right side, right? So they're mirror image of one another. And that left hand is going to be on the ground just outside that left knee. And what you can do right here, grab the instep of that left foot with your right hand, and you're just going to turn your body over that left shoulder. So you're looking behind your left shoulder, and then pull your face and chest down and into the instep of that ankle on that left side. There you go. Hold each position, give or take, for a second or two. Just rotating on through, behind you, and then down and in. Smooth and controlled. Exhale as you raise your chest up. Take a big inhale before you go. Hold that breath. Pull down and in, and then exhale as you rise back on up. Down, strong, all the way through, reaching your face, nose, eyes, everything down and into that left ankle, and then up and over that left shoulder. Nice, easy rotations, everybody, for 2 and 1. Now let's go into the scanner position. So what you can do with the scanner position, you're going to take your eyes down towards the back side of that left hand, scan the ground all the way along your knee and shin to that ankle on that right foot, or is that front left foot, down and in, all the way through. Smooth, controlled, scan the ground, hover just over the ground, working that mobility around the hip and that lumbar spine. Here we go. For 3, 2, and 1. All righty, let's switch up those sides. So now that right leg is going to remain forward. That left leg is going to be behind you. Left hand on the instep of that right foot, and then that right hand just outside that front knee. Now you're going to take it on through, turn your body up and over that right shoulder, and then pull down and in, smooth and controlled towards that right ankle. There you go. Back and forth. Move your chin and your eye gaze to the back of the room as far as you can, and then move your chin and eye gaze down to the instep of your right ankle. Smooth, controlled, all the way on through. For 2, last rep, best rep. And 1. Now we're going to go in the scanner for the last few seconds. Down and in we go. Smooth and controlled over towards the thumb on that front right hand, along the knee and shin, down towards that ankle. Just moving your face and chest along all the way through. Feeling the hips and lumbar spine open up, but extending the shoulders as far away from your hips as you can on that scanning position for 2 and 1. Great work right there, everybody. A little runner stretch time. So now you're going to take that left leg forward, right sole of the foot, just on the instep of that groin. So you're pulling the heel in as far as you can and making sure the leg is straight right here as much as possible, but the quadricep is not flexed, right? We don't want to put undue stress and tension in that knee. It should be nice, smooth, and easy and controlled. The toes should be flexed up. What you're going to do right here, square off your shoulders right over the top side of your femur and your knee, and you're taking a big inhale through your nose. Nice, relaxed exhale, and then go ahead and roll your hands down along that knee and shin region, down towards that ankle. Now, you're going to feel a stretch in that front left hamstring, right, and that calf, but also in that back right hip through that lumbar spine. Take a big inhale again, big exhale, and if you can, take your hands right over the top side of your toe all the way on through, holding that breath cycle. Every time you exhale, think about trying to drop your chest smooth and controlled and your face down towards your knee as much as you can. There we go. Just another millimeter. That's it. Maybe a centimeter, maybe an inch, depending on what scale you're using here today. But either way, I just want you to think gravity is doing its work, right? There you go. You're just falling into that gravity, letting gravity pull your face down and in as much as you can. Excellent, excellent work. For 3, for 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and switch it up. Let's take that left foot on into that right groin. The toes flexed up towards the sky right here. And you're going to pull that left foot on in. The quadricep is nice and relaxed, making sure you can't stretch out tight muscles, right? So take a big inhale through your nose. Nice relaxed exhale through your mouth. Square off your shoulders and then go right on in towards that knee, along that shin. There we go. Holding that ankle. There we go. Feeling your hamstring, feeling your calf open up on that right leg now, and that hip on that back left leg as well. Excellent, excellent work. If you can, go a little deeper into that stretch. Grab the top side of that toe. Pull your face and chest down and in a little deeper right here. And just hang out. Take a big inhale through your nose. Relax, exhale through your nose. There we go. Helps calm us down as much as possible. Feel free to shut your eyes if you can. Sometimes when we shut our eyes, we can relax a little bit more and also become a little bit more in tune with our body, right? And the way everything's feeling. Following those cues, check in with that back left hip. Can you drop that outer edge of that left knee a little bit lower to the ground? Can you feel your chest fall down and in a little bit more towards that right knee? Extending your shoulders as far as you can over the top side of that quadricep, over your knee. Feeling your lumbar spine open on up for 2 and 1. Great work, everybody. Now you're going to come over on your right side in the fetal position, the hand roll time, getting after the upper body a little bit right here through those hips as well. So with the hand roll, what you're going to do is you're going to have the left leg on top, knee stacked on top, right palm is facing up towards the ceiling. If you want to put a small pillow underneath your head or a mat, go for it. If you want to have that support, if not, just keep the spine nice and neutral all the way through. Take that left hand top side and then trace the fingertips as long as you can all the way up over the top side of your shoulder and then rotate to the back of the hip. So this time you're touching your tailbone and your hip region on the back side, but your chest is open towards the ceiling and your eyes should be pointed up towards the ceiling. Then from that position, go ahead and hurl your hand over the top side of your shoulder all the way through, reaching and stretching right out in front of you. There we go. All the way up, out and back, trying to keep your elbow as straight as possible. Oh, amazing, amazing work. And your knees stuck right together the whole time. If you need to, you can take your right hand on top of that left knee, hold those knees in place, and then rotate all the way on through as well. If you felt like your knees were getting pulled apart in any way, you want to think keeping that disassociation going on as much as possible. Elongating through that lat, through your tricep, reaching the fingertips as far away from your wrist, as far away from your shoulder. There we go. Opening on up for 2 and 1. Excellent, excellent work. So if any of you play in a softball league or you play tennis, any sort of overhead sport, this is a great way to warm on up. All your kids that play Little League too as well, or lacrosse, this is a great way to open on up as well for any overhead sport. Here we go, everybody. Back and forth. Golfers. There we go. Down and in. You name it. This one's great for everybody. Back and forth you go. Knees stuck right together the whole way through. Just moving through the side of your body as much as possible. Elongating the shoulder all the way up through that hip and down through that hip and up through the shoulder, through the fingertips, back and forth all the way on through. Excellent, excellent work. Reaching and stretching as far as you can there, Karen. Yeah, feeling great. Reach on up, roll those fingers along the ground as far as you can. Here we go. Few more cycles all the way through. Try to elongate, elongate, elongate. Reach a little further. Oh, yeah. Love to get up underneath the shoulders right there, right? This stretch also helps pull the shoulders on back because you're getting underneath the undercarriage of the arm, so you're getting underneath the armpit. Last rep, best rep, lengthening all the way through that lat for 2 and 1. Absolutely fantastic work, everybody. That is how you do it. Getting that stretch class done in the best way. Hopefully your body feels nice, long, strong, and calm to get on after the rest of your amazing Muscle Monday in front of you. We'll be live back on the Chris Ryan Fitness app this Wednesday and Friday as well. Of course, you got a ton of on-demand choices to choose from along the way. Check out some collections, and if you can, don't forget, do a nice little post for us on the Team Chris Ryan Fitness Facebook group or on your Instagram page, whatever it is in the social media world that where you live. Go ahead and post away. Love to share those images with the rest of the world, and of course, do a nice little review for us as well in the app stores. Have a great day, everybody. See you next time on Chris Ryan Fitness.